Hello, welcome to number 3 in our series of 5-minute flash lessons. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to introduce a new character to our animation. Hopefully you've done this much so far because you've done lessons 1 and 2. We've got a little green character and we've done some frame by frame animation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a new character. Okay, and I'm going to do that at the end here. So if I just insert a new keyframe, and I'm going to start drawing my character on this keyframe, so he kind of pops into the movie right at the end. So oval tool, select my colour for my little man, and I'm going to have a yellow guy, and I'm going to draw him just there. So start with a circle, and as before use the selection tool to bend and pull and push to get yourself a nice kind of blobby shape. Can be a little character. Some eyes, oval tool again, white fill, one eye, make the other eye slightly smaller so it looks as though it's further away. Pupils, fill colour is black, and you can make your character look quite crazy if you do one pupil up there and one pupil down there, and because he's crazy he's probably not going to be too happy. So there's my second character. At this point everything's going quite well, but let me show you what will happen. I'm going to start animating now, so insert a keyframe. Both characters get selected, which is a bit of a pain because now I have to select this one separately and move him a little bit. Oops, and you can see it's starting to get a little bit more tricky. Select this one and move him a little bit. Okay, it's going alright so far. Insert keyframe. I can double click my green character. That selected him, and let's move him over there a little bit. And that's okay, he's gone on top of the yellow one. But now, oh dear, can you see what's happened? The green character chopped off part of the yellow character. Insert a keyframe, let's keep going, see what happens. Double click green, move him a little, oh dear. Now the yellow character chopped off part of the green character. Double click yellow, let's move him a little bit. This is not working very well, is it? Let's just keep going, another frame. Let's move him a little bit there and just, oh no, this is not working. And the reason it's not working is because we're doing it wrong. We're doing it all on the same layer. And this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. It's about layers. If you want two characters, you need two layers. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control Z a few times now and go back to the beginning. Here we go. You can see everything's going back to where it was. Okay, Control Y. Right, so that's where I drew my character. Now, just for speed, I'm just going to cut that one out. What I should have done, instead of drawing my character, my yellow character, on the same layer as my green character, what I should have done is introduced a new layer, which is this button here. You can see now I've got two layers. Layer 1 is green, so I'm going to double click it and rename it green. Layer 2 is where my yellow character is going to be, so I'm just going to call that yellow. And you can see now there is nothing in here yet, but the green character is still there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to frame 1 and I'm going to paste in my yellow character. You just do this properly from the beginning, you just draw it on a second layer, but I'm just going to paste it in for speed. So there he is. Just move him over there a bit. Alright, so in frame 1 now I've got two characters. Now what I can do now is just start to animate the yellow character, leaving the animations of the green as they are. I can even do this now, and can you see that the green character is quite happily going behind the yellow character because he's on a separate layer. Let's right click, insert a keyframe onto the yellow layer, and now I can start to animate. So I'm moving the yellow guy in the opposite direction to the green guy. And as they start to overlap, before we had problems, this time we don't. And it's because they're on separate layers. And this idea of layers is crucial in Flash. Every time you introduce a new object or a new character to your animation, it must go on a separate layer. You will find you end up with dozens of layers. Loads and loads and loads of layers, but it's necessary. Otherwise, as you saw earlier, things start to chop each other up, animations don't work properly, and your animation just turns into a big mess. So just get into the habit of drawing everything on separate layers, and you will find that what was once a mess now becomes a nice little animation. Now I'm not going to go all the way because I think you get the idea. Okay, so if I just use my slider here and I can scrub it backwards and forwards, you can see now they are not interacting with each other because they are on different layers. They don't look like they're on different layers. To the person watching your animation, they're just two characters in a movie. But we know they're on different layers. What I could do now, another layer, call it ball. Okay, and in frame 1, just draw a ball. And because I'm on a different layer, change the colour of that. Because I'm on a different layer, it doesn't matter what I do. I can start animating my ball. So it looks there like the yellow guy has just hit the ball. So let's move the ball in this direction. And we've got two little characters playing ball. And kind of fighting over who gets to use the ball. Now I've got three objects all moving independently of each other, and it's only because they're on separate layers. Okay, so don't get that wrong, because your animations will go wrong if you do. Alright, okay, that's the end of this lesson. See you next time.